Hello, my name is Chi. Well, today I'm going to give you some information about the project that I will apply to the students at my university. The project is named The Use of the Reading Challenge to Promote Learner Autonomy in Extensive Reading. So first of all, in order to get to know the basic setting of the research, I want you to look at this following video. As you may know, English has become very popular and even more popular since Vietnam joined, open to the world and joined the World Trade Organization in 2007. It's reported in 2013 that the growth of international business and including transactional education has made English now have a very high status in the society, and even more than 99% of the schools now in Vietnam teach English in their school program. The program that I'm teaching here, this setting, I have to say that the program is very innovative. The founders of the program, they say that the philosophy of the program is to help learners develop not just knowledge but also transferable skills. The teaching and learning will focus on the learners. They apply learner autonomy, they apply project-based learning, task-based learning, and learning by doing philosophy in their teaching. And last but not least, the students come from very various educational and social backgrounds, and they are here studying together. That's why they need to study how to learn. They need to develop their learner autonomy so that they can be familiar and they can be more comfortable with their studying here. So that is the reason why I decided to conduct this innovation in the teaching. Next, I will talk about the research setting and the cultural aspects of the study. There will be several points. First of all, talking about the program that I'm teaching. In an evaluation report published in 2011 by Dr. Dajik, it is claimed that this program aimed at developing student autonomy so that they can acquire their own knowledge and skills and qualities for the requirement of the environment later. And the environment is ever changing, so it's very demanding now. Then students have to adapt themselves to it. And the program also emphasizes on learner autonomy and learner-centered philosophy. And besides, the approaches of the program include cooperation, the collaboration, social interaction, and tutoring. Recently, the Ministry of Education and Training launched the National Foreign Language Projects 2020, and it is again another highlight, another emphasis on the importance and the roles of English in the modern society. So the research questions would be, what are the impacts of the Reading Challenge project on the students? And the second one is, how does the Reading Challenge help students develop learner autonomy? Now, let's move to the very first part about the literature review. I'm going to give you the definition and some explanation about, first of all, the concept of learner autonomy and the Reading Challenge. About the learner autonomy, definition by Hanh in 1981 said that it is the ability to take charge of one's own learning. Later on, Benson in 2013 said that learner autonomy is associated with social and collaborative learning. Now, I believe in the viewpoint of the constructivism, which means that foreign language or second languages are constructed through the interaction when the students bring what they have into the interaction with the teachers and with the students and the environment around them. Next, I will talk about some factors that help develop learner autonomy. There are 5 factors according to Lee 1998. They are, first of all, voluntariness. Second, learner's choice. Next, flexibility. Then teacher support and peer support. Now, let's move to the Reading Challenge, the description of it. I got this idea when I read this article by Ilay in 2012, which is the teaching of literature can create conditions for the participation of problem solving, communication, and then it can promote learner autonomy. So I see the connection between extensive reading literature and the learner autonomy. And I say that, okay, this one is really what I need. Now, so in the reading challenge project, students will have to read books, preferably literature books. So they will take a list. This list I took from the Pop Sugar Reading Challenge. And in the list, they will give the participants 20 or 30 criteria on the books that the participants need to fulfill. And in my project, students will not have to read all of them, but they must choose 2 criteria to base on to choose the books and read throughout the semester. And so after 15 weeks of the semester, they will have to read 2 books. However, I asked them to base on their hobbies, their pleasure, their level in order to find the right books for them. So they shouldn't start big, but they start small. So in brief, the students will choose the books they want to read and try to match the books they want to read with the criteria in the reading list. This will bring them more motivation to fulfill the assignment. Next, about the methodology of this project. I believe that this one, the worldview of this one, is a little bit of constructivism and a little bit of pragmatic, because the aim of this project is to understand. However, it's still focused on a problem to be solved. The paradigm is qualitative, and the research method is multiple case. The population of this study is the students, the first-year students of the program that I'm teaching. Their level are about B2. Some of them can get C1, and they're very good at reading and grammatical competence. The participants will be chosen purposefully, all right? The sampling process is purposeful. There will be 4 students taken from the students who are who volunteer to join this project. 2, I suppose that 2 of them will be those who don't think that they have good autonomy, and 2 will think that they have good autonomy. So there are 4 students. The data collection instruments will have 3 main instruments: interview, observation, and learner journals. And for the interview, I believe that the interview is the dominant method to have in any qualitative research, as mentioned by Fernie and Smith in 2010. And also, according to McNamara in 1999, then interviews are useful for getting to know the thoughts and the reflection behind each participant's experiences. So for the data collection procedure, I will ask the students to join the project, and then after 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, I will collect their reading notes, what is called the reading journal, the learner journals. And at the end of the semester, after I have observed them throughout the semester, I will have individual interviews with each of them. Next is the data analysis. I will use thematic analysis in this research. For the ethical issues, now the student participation will be totally volunteer. So the students will volunteer if they want to join this or not. They will have clear understanding about this project at the beginning of the semester, and then they will have to sign a consent form as an agreement to join this. During the process of the research, they can drop out if they want to, so there's no constraint here. The use of the students' answer and transcriptions belongs to the researchers. So if the participants and any third parties want to get access to those material or data, they will have to have my agreement. All participants will keep anonymous throughout the research, and they will be given pseudonyms. All the data will be given confidential, and any discussion about the data with the participants will be of the rights and responsibility of the researcher. So there are potential problems and solutions from the school authorities, from the teacher, researcher, and the students. I believe that sometimes there will be constraints from the school authority if I change the program too much, but it's not a problem here because this is an assignment put into the program, so, and it's first applies to the first year students, so I believe that there are no difficulties. From me, I think the constraint will be about time, but I will try to solve it, and I think that I may ask a colleague of mine to collect the data with me. From the students, they may find that doing the research with me is stressful, so I will ask one of my colleagues to get the data to have the interviews with the students. So far I have presented some basic ideas, some thoughts about the research that I'm going to conduct. Thank you for listening.